36 years old of Spoon TV and FM. Tennessee Topper, 36 years old, who is said to be of the Independent TV Online. Israel Amoa Duncan, 37 years old, and is said to be also an employee of Spoon TV and FM. Joseph Soma, who is also said to be of TV Liberia Online. Thomas Cowan, said to be of the D12 TV Online. And another journalist, only identified as Toby, also said to be a freelancer. These journalists are currently under investigation here at the headquarters of the Liberia Nation Police on allegations of scheming and extortion of money from prominent individuals. It is important, members of the press, to note that we have received from our investigation information that these journalists have victimized several prominent individuals. Amongst those persons, we received information that these individuals allegedly extorted money from our former Inspector General of Police, Chris Massimo. Not only that, but they also made an attempt to extort money from the Commissioner General of the Liberia Maritime Authority, Honorable Len Eugene Nangwe. They also attempted extorting money from our investigation from the head of WAEC Liberia, who availed himself today at the headquarters of the Liberia Nation Police in affirmation of these journalists' actions. And there are also others to be identified who are said to be victims of these journalists' extortion spree. So it is with this that we have launched a full-scale investigation to ensure that these journalists will face punitive actions for whatever they have engaged themselves into. They are here in our custody, ongoing investigation. At an appropriate time, we will call you members of the press on the basis of probable cause, and when they are being forwarded to court, we invite you once again to inform you of their charges. So for now, they are being investigated for extortion, and if there's need for other charges to be levied, the investigation will establish that. And so, like I said, if you look in the back, those are the three, and the rest absconded and are on the run. But these were the three ones that were arrested by the Liberia National Police. We just want to say that this administration will leave no stone unturned in making sure that individuals who engage themselves in acts that are inimical to the peaceful existence of our citizens will not go with impunity, or will need to face the full weight of the law. We have reached out to the press union of Liberia already communicated with the press union because we have a very good relationship with the media, especially the press union of Liberia. And so we have communicated with the press union on the alleged action of these individuals. And every step of the way, we intend to brief the leadership of the press union on our investigation as it unfolds. As it stands, the press union has committed to us a commitment in following the investigation to the core in making sure that the investigation is conducted impartially, and if need be, appropriate actions are taken as deterrents. And so, distinguished members of the press, we also want to inform you of an incident that has been in the media somewhere in Johnsonville, specifically at our Johnsonville police station, where it was said, it was reported that a suspect died in our cell. We'd like to clarify to you, members of the press and the public, that that information you heard is false and misleading. The information is 7 suspects were taken into our custody from a writ that was issued by the Liberia Magisterial Court on charges of trespassing, harassment, and menacing. And those persons were taken to our police station for custody to be turned over to the Liberia Magisterial Court for prosecution. While there, 3 of the suspects were signed for by amongst them, George Brown, who was one of those suspects in our custody in relation to this case, was reported ill while in our cell. Upon receipt of the information of suspect George Brown, or defendant George Brown, being ill, our commander of Johnsonville instructed that he be taken to the nearest or the nearby medical facility. And so, peace be to his arches, George Brown, the deceased defendant, was taken to the nearby medical facility, the Marble Medical Clinic in Johnsonville, where the deceased victim or defendant was referred to the JFK by the Marble Medical Clinic. While en route to the JFK and upon arrival at the JFK, defendant George Brown was pronounced dead on arrival by doctors on call at the JFK. It is important to clarify that defendant George Brown, peace be to his arches, and our sympathy to his family and friends, did not die in our custody as some individuals attempted misinforming the public. We remain very people-centered. Our job is to protect life and property, and it's something we remain very committed to. And we do nothing to undermine any issue that has to do with the protection of life and property. It is only important for us to clarify this because there was this misinformation in the public about defendant George Brown dying in our police cell. So with this, I'd like to say thank you so much. And if you have questions, you're welcome. Thank you.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
were those journalists appointed? My name is Camille Lobo. I work for Public Trust. Were those journalists appointed with lawyers after they were arrested yesterday?
Of course, as part of the yeah, go ahead.
And the next issue is that the Zone 9 depot at Puebla, I think there was a video circulating where the entire area turned to cabbage. What can you say about that?
Zone 9 depot?
Yeah, Puebla.
Zone 9 police station, you have
Puebla.
Oh, Puebla. Okay. Okay, so as part of our formalities of arrest, when individuals are arrested, as part of our investigation, they are acquainted of their Miranda rights. The right to remain silent, the right to a lawyer, the right to a phone call, and so forth. So it is a regular procedure that we exercise on every investigation that we carry out. So the answer emphatically is a yes. And the issue of Zone 9, well, I have not been fortunate to see the video of our police station that is lying in filth. This administration is one of the cleanest administrations in the police. And we will do our best to ensure that we will view the video and appropriate actions to be taken. Thank you. Okay.
Flamo Spoon FM and TV. I'm sorry, due to the traffic and the time of the press conference, I came a bit. Maybe you talk about it. I'm sorry. I'm not repeating. Have you been able to establish the alleged perpetrator who the journalist tried scamming? And also, have you been able to identify the girl in question? Because we are told that they move with a female who was used in the process before their scamming activity. Have you been able to establish or identify this girl and the alleged rapist?
Right. So we have had the complainant, and I just called his name, Philip Bayo, who is the president and CEO of the 4B Agricultural Corporation, who it is alleged by these journalists that he was involved with the abuse of a minor, 17-year-old minor. And so he had no option, and in the same vein, extorting, 20,000 US from the accused. And so he has availed himself already to the police. He has provided us statements like we've done with the rest of the suspects that we've arrested. And so it's an ongoing investigation. Like I said, we'll be duly briefed in time. So on the question of the female, we're working with the suspects, which are these journalists, to make sure that we can lay hands on the female to form a part of this investigation.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. My name is Becky. I work on I'm concerned with the welfare of the suspect. How long they are running custody, and how are they here going back, or to report on a daily routine, or they will continue living in themselves?
So the law provides that we have 48 hours to keep suspects in our custody. So they are under police custody, and so a determination will be made in the time frame, in the statutory time frame. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is O'Neill Phillips, and I have a first question. We can follow up. I work for the New Liberia newspaper. My question is, you need about 6 persons, 6 suspects, but we see only 3. So why is the police doing to get the other 3?
Well, like I said, the other 3 are at large, and everything will be done to ensure that they are apprehended.
Okay. Were those institutions verified, like you talk about Spoon FM, did you call the Spoon institution to verify whether indeed those gentlemen are working?
Well, for Israel Amoa Duncan, and as well as Melvin But then, I don't want to say because he formed a part of the investigation already, but I've spoken with Mr. Goody, and he's confirmed that these individuals were actively in their employ. However, they have taken the appropriate actions while the investigation is continuing.
What about the others?
Also, the rest of the orders, the investigation will be able to authenticate because most of the names are online TVs, you know, that they belong to. Thank you so much.